Alright. Super easy fix. Turns out the elephant plant, obviously, is huge, given the whole elephant thing. So it just needed a ton of space. So, given that these elephant plants are gonna have to grow on their own and individually. So we're gonna do that real quick. Nice and simple, just didn't have enough space. So we're gonna have to run this little prelude a couple times. I do believe that is the highest it gets. Can that be harvested? Did it get the fruit? 5 elephant fruit. I think I only need 3, so I think that'll just about do it. I need bring elephant fruits when I am finished growing this garden. I think I'm gonna go check and see exactly how many he needs. Maybe he doesn't, maybe he does. But we are going to do that. He is sleepy. We're actually gonna do this real quick. I turned the sound down just because of the sound of the garden, but I think we should be good now. I did a couple audio things. Oh, there you are. Oh, my bad. There you are. How are things? Make a joke. I'm a jokey girl.
Well, I magically grew you your magical fruit.
That's not her voice. I don't know why I did that. Forgive me, I'm gonna laugh, but I'm beginning to ache. May I? May what? Eat the fruit? Partake of the fruit? Thank you, my girl. I love elephant fruit. You will allow me to be so. Oh yeah, dude, you can be proud of me all you want. Dude, I love when people are proud of me. I'll make a fine tonic from these. It will stabilize my recovery. I wish in this world of nonsense that I could be completely and utterly healed with nothing but a fruit and a leaf. Why won't you tell me anything? He already knows. He already knows. I used to have a mind like yours, always hungry for information, unbiased data. But you know I used to be a scientist. Say what you think will get you more information. Sure, Mom said you were super sciencey, a really good scientist. Really? I don't know that I deserve to be reflected on with such generosity. Did she just look at the subtitles? Did she just look up at them? But quickly my conventional science was deeply challenged. Oh, she's just looking around. But what I learned was, and what I wish to pass on to you is the truth. That knowing is a process, not a product. Sounds like every pastor ever. I guess I'll be a good student. That makes sense, I guess. It's personal, relative. The garden that you just planted is the first I grew in Mutazione. Gaia was barely a toddler. So energetic, chasing after Claire, partying with dots. Playing with dots, not partying with dots. She's a toddler. Creatures who live in the tree crown. You had come from a cramped apartment in the city. And as your grandmother began her much more respected and important research, played with Gaia in the mud. Interesting. What's Mom like? Such a brash, clumsy child. Strong and fierce. So at the beginning I only gave her weeds to play with. Second the baby plants were in their hands, she softened in a way I hadn't seen before. Planted them carefully together. That time was so precious. I think we'll bring it back to the present. And this elephant fruit will help you? It all helps. I will mash these into a tonic now. If you must know, you've done no small thing here today. No small thing. Thank you. Super, super interesting. Like, there are some games that are all action, all goofs, and all gaffs. Like some Some games you can like play and they write their own jokes and they have their own stuff that you can just like giggle to and relax. This is interesting. This is legitimately interesting. Tearing back the pieces of who these people really are super, super interesting. Like, it's just figuring out these relationships, learning about what the kind of sciences all mean to these people. It's like, it's just that. It's just really interesting. And I know there's like certain things I'm passing up, like some of these conversations, but like, I don't want to like show it all. There'd be no game to show. I can't put it all out there. Go on then.
Good day there, fellow tree inhabitant.
Fellow tree inhabitant.
That's freaking me out.
Oh, there it is.
Nick?
We have a new and exciting lifestyle proposition for you today.
Nini?
Why won't it stay still and be marketed to?
I don't think this is working. Nini?
Distract. Can I help? Kai, stop trying to help everybody.
Pesky?
Oh.
Pransky, Medici, the human is talking to me.
Look, just leave the dot alone.
Lose weight, get fit, all in a dot-friendly fitness environment.
Come on, Medici. The dot doesn't exactly generate electricity for you. It doesn't want to.
What just happened? You okay? Yeah, roll away, Dot. I just saved your life. Saved your life. And you're gonna do that to me? Unbelievable. Unbelievable attitude. Alright, where is Homeboy? Not there. Who was Alini? She was Dark Girl. Dark Girl, McDarky Dark. We'll check down by her. I think she was in the bathhouse. That's where she works. However, yep, there she blows. There she is.
I'm just not sure if I can face it, you know.
What do you know, Claire? What do you know?
The whole never going to sleep on an argument thing. Never going to see on an argument.
It's a good point. The last thing you want, listen, going to sleep on an argument's one thing, because you can get away from each other, you can diffuse the situation. But when you're on a boat, stuck on a boat, there's not a lot of getting away from that. You're pretty much just stuck on a boat.
But we didn't argue.
I'm just doing like a million different voices because I have no idea.
I'm just so tired. I just need some space. I just need to go see my boy Tom, sleep with him on the couch a little bit. That's it. I can't go and make up with him and wave him off like a good little woman.
Of course. Oh my goodness. I love him. Of course I love him. I'm just creeping on this conversation. I just showed up and just started being weird.
I'm sorry, did you say something? Nope, sorry. Maybe you can watch him go without having to talk to him. Go to the lighthouse. You can see for such a long way. And it's so peaceful there. It's exactly it. It's a perfect idea. Thank you.
Just gets up and sprints to the lighthouse. Just baby, just shaking in the wind. I don't know what I'm talking about. That was weird. That was a weird conversation. Seems sensible to me, but then again, I'm not his girlfriend. I don't think anyone should be Gob's girlfriend. He seems like a real, what's the word? Trash can individual is what to call him. He's just like, he might not be. He might be the coolest little sailboat you ever seen in your life, but he's weird. It's an interesting book. The editor's efforts are regrettable. Misplaced apostrophes, typographical errors. Sorry for the pauses. I'm tired, bruh. And about 1/3 of every page is simply reiterating what had gone before. What's it about? Super casual. It's hard to tell, besides because of the lack of editorial finesse. They're just local records. That's what I had. I had like a little bit Jewy on them. Hoping to dig up a little more than the flora of Mutazione. Context for the encyclopedia, you see. Yeah, it's a bit hard to follow. I don't think it's occurred to No that the others might make use of the book. About gardening. Did you hear I grew a whole garden this morning? Fascinating. No passed on some of his secrets then, but that's a privilege. We'll do more research so it might prove helpful. I know that he has made various notations in the encyclopedia that are beyond me. Something to do with the properties of flora and Monty taught him. Snooze, bro. Snooze, bro. I'll express my frustrations. I'm just gonna express it, dude. I'm gonna express myself. Period. No believes strongly in the manner by which he was taught. You know, where they eat dirt and kick flowers around. Before your grandfather, she represented an awakening that changed everything. A floral awakening. One day she got up and started wearing bark for underwear. She was the person who led us right after Moondragon struck. Did you know that? Oh, that's a meteor. The meteor? No, the actual dragon that came from the moon. His name was Kyle. Crashing into the earth, destroying all of our walls with his energy from his energy drinks. His moon energy drinks. She held us together, helped us rebuild, and taught us to embrace what had changed. All the drywall that needed to be patched. I like the mood. That's pretty badass. Indeed she was. She was the most badass. She had a special kind of badassery. Not loud or overbearing. Just when she spoke, you listened. She never liked to tell, only invite us to think and work together like Nelson Mandela. Who's that? I don't know. And a part of how he's trying to teach you. This day is zooming by. What are we doing here? Ooh. We get to go check out the lighthouse. Okay. Lift back. Going home? That seems a little strange. But we will go to the lighthouse. Yeah, I don't really want to talk to him over here. We will go to the lighthouse to see if she went there, because that's actually pretty interesting to me. I'd like to see what's going on with that. And then... where's the lighthouse at? Is the lighthouse way over here? I certainly hope so. Or am I just running aimlessly? There it is. What's up, girl?
What's up, baby girl?
Oh, hey.
How you doing? Smooth?
Oh, sure. Just in an abusive relationship. I love this view. On clear days, you can see for miles. And on cloudy days, you can see for inches. Or what is it? Furlongs? No, knots. Funny words to use. Knots. Feels all furled up.
I've got to say, the vocabulary that is used in this game is a little advanced. This is a big boy game with big boy dictionary words. Tony's working on a new boat.
Oh, I'm glad he finally started it. Good for him to have something to do. Could be doing me, but I don't know about it. What do you dream of, Kai?
I'll be honest with her. I like her. Oh, that probably sounded like arse. Ready for it? Oh, hold on. Hear that? buzzy sensation right in your ears. That's gotta be rough. Honestly, my dad. Dreaming about him a lot. Is the demon thing? Is that his dad? Is that her dad? Died on an aeroplane on accident. I'm guessing that's why.
Oh, honey, that's so sad. I'm sorry. Was it hard to grow up without a dad?
I mean, you take it a day at a time. That's the thing. Nah, that's the thing. You don't really know.
I don't mean to pry. Must be hard for you.
No, dude, it's hard for everybody. That's the thing about this game. I'm just gonna let the subtitles run as I say this. I'll like pause and obviously stop so you can read them. But like it's so like some of these things, like some of these like concepts and like some of these like things that are going on in these people's lives, like I relate to. Like not growing up with a dad and all this stuff. Like I relate to that. You know, and so when they say some of these things like, you know, is it hard to grow up without a dad? You don't really know because you don't have anything to compare it to. You know what I mean? Like you see people growing up with their families and stuff, but you literally just don't know. Like, is it hard? Is it not hard? You have no way of knowing anything else. Like you can go to your friends or go to people that like grew up with a father and they can be just as or more messed up than you are, and it's like I don't know, it's weird. It's weird the paths people take in this life, and crazy the kind of effects it has. But we're gonna talk to Tongue and we're gonna see what's going on with him.
Sorry, I'm a bit sweaty. I'm feeling a bit stupid about this yesterday, I don't know. Suddenly feel like maybe I could do it.
Do what?
Well, right now, sanding. The bottom of the boat has been repainted so many times you can't just repaint over it. Needs to be totally sanding down first. And then there's an old seaweed and barnacles.
Otherwise it would flake off.
Exactly. Then this helped me work out which paper I should use.
You guys seem close.
He kinda helped raise me, really. My dad left. Maury was holding mom together. For the longest time, we didn't know if he was lost or just left. And I guess I went a bit wild.
Sounds tough.
I was bigger than my mom when I was 5 years old. Died when I was 6. When I go wild, it's hard for people to. I think I can be scary.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Like, it's weird.
Lets me run tests from the Papu roots. Help him build and maintain things. So I don't know. Give him a break if you can.
Okay. So weird. Because again, like, part of that is you know, is true. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about, you know, being wild or, you know, not being able to control himself. And is that like there's like an anger you have that you just don't understand you have. You know what I mean? Like, there's something real, like, in you that's like freaking out about this, but you can't. As you're aging and as you're growing up, you can't really explain to yourself what really it is. So, yeah, I totally get where he's coming from. But we have a sick barbecue to get to, so hopefully all this heavy stuff will go down for just a minute, and we can party hardy on the next episode of Mutazione. Super impactful episode. I mean, mainly was just talking about how terrible the encyclopedia is and all that stuff. However, this is the end of today's journey. And next time we party, we hang out, we bro down, and hopefully some of this heavy stuff, sad stuff can slow down a bit. But until we reach that point, I will see you guys on the next episode of Mutazione. Later.